Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the guru inside of you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, handsome. How you doing today? And if no one has told you today that they love you, mwah, let me be the first. I love you. 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 And I love you too. And with that said, the reason why, it's real simple. Love makes the world go round and round and round. And love is the greatest medicine of them all. So let's heal today. The question of the day that so many people have. But first, before I begin, you know what you got to do. You got to like, you got to comment. Let's get some feedback here. Okay, we're in it to win it. And do me a favor, subscribe and hit that notification button so we can give you the up to date latest information on all your life challenges because we're here to help you realize it's all about you. And the world is playing just a small part in it to help you realize heaven right here on earth. Now, with that said, this is what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about how to get rid of bad karma in 2019. How can we do that? You know what? I'm going to break it down to you because it's not as easy as it would seem to be. Because why? Well, you probably got bad karma in this lifetime and maybe, the last lifetime and about 5 or 6 lifetimes before then and about 1,000 lifetimes, all the way back, where from the very beginning of you coming into existence. So we got a lot of karma to probably clear up. We always think it's about what we did last week or yesterday and what was going on in this karma. But no, we got a lot of work to do. So what you can do is you can minimize your karma, your bad karma, by becoming spiritually enlightened. Ta-da! That simple, that easy. Yeah. As they say, easier said than done for some people. But like I always tell you, you can do it instantaneously when you're truly ready to do anything that you want to do in life. So we're clear. If you want to do it instantly, if you want to do it in 5 minutes, if you want to do it in 5 years, if you want to do it in 5 hours, if you want to do it in 5 lifetimes, you can do it anytime you make that decision and start really working on it. So knowing this reality, I am starting on really working on all the karma that I did, karma that I don't even obviously remember a lot of that karma from centuries ago. But understand this right now, if something is going on in your life, like if you are really, you're doing all the spiritual work and you are lacking money in your life, for example, okay, it is clear that probably in your past lifetime, you abused the money that you already had, okay? And because of that, it has become your lesson to learn in this lifetime is how to honor and love and respect. And let's use that as an example because in this lifetime, I chose to come into the world where I chose parents who were pretty, I'm going to say they lived pretty much middle class type of income. But even with their karma, I chose them, they had issues and struggle. One minute they had money and it was great and they lost it. Another instances they lost money and then they gained it. Same thing with me. I acquired, only took me 18 months to develop the $1 million that I developed. And then, got a divorce and certain other situations and circumstances have happened in my life. The real estate bust and I lost it. And now I'm in the business now of re of acquiring the money in my purse. But this is what I'm going to get. That's a good example. Let's just deal with the karmic experience as far as when I developed the real estate and then I lost it all. Because I really want you to give you an example so you can see why. Because everybody says, why does this happen to me, etc. Once again, We're looking outside of us. We're going to blame the economy. You know, it was a real estate bust that lost me the money. Let me tell you right now, people make money in a good market and they make money in a bad market. So that's not it. Once again, it is the individual and their experiences and what had happened that acquired the funds. So I'm going to use that as an example because I know why I lost all that money. And it was my fault. I just want everybody, if anything, to fully grasp. And I said that in yesterday's video where I talked about, you know, Khloe Kardashian's karma. And I was saying in so many words, and I want everybody to get this, good or bad. I don't care what it is that's going on in your life, good or bad, experiences, you created each and every single one of those experiences. It's not the government, it's not Trump. You know, it is not, mom and dad and baby sister and baby brother, the cat down the road. Shout out to Infinite Waters, diving deep, my man Ralph Smart. You know, it's not, all these external reasons, not the stars, it's not the universe, it's not the ascension and all that other kind of wonderful stuff. It is you and your karma, okay? In this lifetime, past lifetime, experience that contributed to the loss. So I'm going to tell you what happened to me and why I lost, all my wealth, okay? And why I know what to do in order to gain it back. But primarily, I want you to deal with that. So it's obvious, like I said, growing up with a family that had challenges, etc. My mother was on welfare. My father didn't do his responsibility, deadbeat dad, of paying his child support. My father was a previous, drug dealer selling drugs to individuals that may have caused people to have tragic lives. That's going to be some karma that he's going to have to deal with. And maybe part of that karma is now, he's in a position where he's in his 70s and he still has to work. There's no retirement plan. You see, different life experiences will help you get the blessing and the lesson if you can recognize it. That's the key thing. So many people don't recognize, why they're in the plight that they're in or why they've developed abundance. We look at Oprah Winfrey. Though she acquired all that money and power and wealth, she came up from poor circumstances. There was no electricity in the house. She had to go outside into the outhouse to go to the bathroom. And now she's a billionaires, because Oprah has been working since day one on her karma of doing good. And if you think about it, Oprah put a lot of great karma. How many lives has she has she saved, and how she shared all of her money? That school where she has hundreds if not thousands of girls that she's putting in colleges from Africa and putting them in schools, and then she's taken all of her money and she sent, I think I calculated where she sent over 100 plus boys to black colleges. And I even read one time where she basically took a whole block and neighborhood and tried to help, bought houses and job opportunities for people and put kids through private colleges, etc. You talk about someone that made all that money and took all that money, a lot of it, and gave back. You might say, well, how is she still proliferating and growing her finances and funding? Well, that's how it works. It comes back what? Tenfold. I think it was maybe no more than, I think Oprah's been a billionaire for maybe at least 10 years. And now her wealth is at 3 points. She's tripled it, her billions, even though she's given so much of it away. But that's how it comes back, what, tenfold. And more importantly, I tell you, money's own expression of love. The more love that you're giving out with the money that you have, the more that money's going to come back to you. It's going to circulate right back to you, okay? So let's get back to what I was sharing with you in regards to why, what I karmically created in order for me to lose all that money. Number one of the things that I did was I married someone at the time when I was going through my transitionary phase of developing a prosperity consciousness and develop wealth and abundance in my life. At that time, I married someone, once again, of the same mindset that, once again, had a poverty consciousness, okay? So You marinate in that energy. That's why it's so important. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to the ladies out there. It's so important, and gentlemen, that you are financially yoked with that person. That person has the same type of goals or aspirations, or heading in that same type of endeavor of prosperity and abundance. And I'll be quite honest with you. Unfortunately, my ex-husband did not have that desire within inside of him. And at a very subconscious level, and this is very clear, at a very subconscious level, really thought it was a fluke, it wasn't gonna last, did not believe in it, even up to the point where, I made it happen. I mean, to that day, prove it, show me you can do it. I did it and I proved it. And then guess what happens? Oh, the little jealousy comes into play. Wanting to be the, breadwinner, the man of the house, the provider. And now you've got the woman coming in and being the provider and making more money than you. Uh-oh. Jealousy comes into play, and a lot of yada, yada, yada drama. So you got to understand that negative energy is compounding the situation, okay? And then again, guess what? Probably Elon did the same thing to somebody else, okay? So I was just getting back what I had done to someone else, okay? We teach most what we need to learn, okay? And so that was one aspect of it. Another aspect of it, when that money started coming in, and I remember trying to do real estate deals. That's how I made my first million, doing real estate deals. And I remember people, cheating me out of deals and things of that nature, and shucking and diving and doing bait and switch and all that kind of wonderful stuff. And lo and behold, that little one of the seven deadly sins is greed. One of my transactions, I got greedy. And I promised someone that I was going to sell them a house at a particular price. And guess what I did? I came back, wanted to make an extra $10,000, and I went up on that deal. And that person said, you promised $309,000. I remember the price of the house. Good, it's number 12 too, good number. And in a nutshell, I felt really, really, really bad after I did that. I mean, you talk about my conscience. I really felt bad. I did try to go back, and I should try to make amends to sell the house. But see, this is what happened. See, this is what your karma came back to me. Make a long story short, she didn't want to do business with me again, and rightfully so. And I end up having to sell the house to someone that was trying to nickel and dime me. You see how it turns around and came back real quick. And so I ended up selling it for less than, I didn't make a dime off of the sale of the house. Matter of fact, I even paid about $10,000 to basically get that house out of reach. See, that's how it works. Another thing, a business partner that I had tried to walk away with $2.5 million worth of real estate. She married a man on the internet. Yeah, drama, once again, coming in. Once again, I'm drawing to me people that have a poverty consciousness, because at that time, though I was growing, they were there at that poverty consciousness, and they were not ready to transition up the road, and then people got jealous of their lives. People started feeding them things that Elon is taking advantage of you. Elon's trying to take that money away from you. So then their moms and their dads got involved, and even my family friends and loved ones came in the mix and got involved and even thought negative things and all that kind of stuff. See, money, I always say people people determine whether or not money's an innocent bystander. People determines whether or not money is used for good or whether or not money is used for bad. It's not the money, it is the people and what they do with money. So, you had that climax, and even my family and friends and loved ones started to wanting to take and grab and get a part of the money and all that kind of stuff when it started to come in and the like. And so you had all that negativity around you. All that, more importantly, all that poverty consciousness around you of jealousy and of envy and greed and all those things marinate that money can produce. Okay, not the best of us comes out sometimes. And so in a nutshell, because of those type of things, like I said, I had to go to court on numerous occasions, etc., and the like. And then lo and behold, it got down to the final straw when the real estate market started to bust. Now, I knew it was coming around the corner. I was well aware of it, but I'll be quite honest with you. I didn't think it would come that fast. And let me share with you another instance that happened. During the whole real estate um, boom, a lot of people, I mean, well, you know about what the banks did. I mean, if you fully understand, I came in being educated at the time when a lot of people were doing, I mean, you talk about the title company was in cahoots with the mortgage company, which was in cahoots with the insurance companies, which was in cahoots with the banks. I mean, people were selling things, giving people mortgages that they truly cannot afford. I can remember a situation where I learned to become a mortgage consultant as well as a real estate investor. And I even had my securities license and the like. And you got to understand, this was all new to me. So the education that I was given was, I can't say it wasn't honest. It was legal. Let me be very clear. It wasn't legal. It was legal. Put it to you this way. It was legal, but it wasn't ethical. That's the best way I can describe it. And a prime example was, I can remember sitting at a table with an old couple, beautiful old African American couple. I'll never forget it. He may be in his 70s. His wife is probably 69. Just the cutest couple in the world. And I'm sitting at the kitchen table, being presented to them by their children because they knew something was wrong. Someone had just put them in a mortgage and that they could not afford. And when I sat at the table with the couple, I can remember their mortgage was about $1,200. Yeah, $1,200. $1,200 a mortgage. And the only amount of money that they were bringing in on their home, keep in mind their home is in California, was $1,400. I want you to think about that. That's 95%, 98% of their income going to just pay off the mortgage. And I don't know who that loan officer was that put them in that horrific loan, but they set them up for failure. Because your mortgage should only be a third of your total income, gross income coming in. That's how it's supposed to be done. I was shocked. And I was really trying to help them, and I really honestly couldn't at that time. But that's what was going on. I never participated in that, and I never did that type of mortgage because I followed the rules. But even when I was following the rules, like a lot of people were, claiming to be self-employed, so it's undocumented income or documented income, all those kind of things. So it's that gray area, okay, that becomes real black and creates bad karma, to make a long story short. And the type of loans that we were doing, I realized later, hindsight 2020, and I would say this to you, lack of education, okay, doesn't mean you're exonerated for what you did. So to be honest with you, I was doing, quote unquote, unknowingly, I was doing and participating in amortized loans and no, they're not amortized loans, with arm loans and the like. You just pay the interest, did nothing with the principal, etc. And then it balloons later, and then you got to pay this lump sum of money. I mean, I was in essence ignorant of it because I was not educated about all those type of things. I just based my information on what people educated me about. And so that's what happens. So it's a vicious cycle of poor education, etc. But once again, the universe doesn't take it as an excuse. If it's still unethical and you participated, you will suffer the ramifications of it. So I strongly believe that's why I lost everything, because it was built on sand and not on solid rock as far as ethics, morals, and values, and how to properly do a real estate investment. Like I said, it was completely legal, but it was not ethical in a lot of respects, unbeknownst to me at the time, because I did not have the true financial education in order to do the job well. But still, like I said, the universe don't make exceptions to the rules. It just gives you back what you put out. Ignorance is not an excuse. That's why, we've learned through the Christian philosophy, ignorance is bliss, but the African proverb states ignorance is evil. And it is. Okay? So people need to correct that one for sure. So that played a major role into it. I believe I was doing some bad karmic things going through that whole process. And so that caught up with me. And then here we go. Here we go. Then, of course, unfortunately, what? 50% of marriages end in divorce because of what? Money. And I found myself no exception to the rule. Okay. Like I said, we were not financially yoked. He was about security and jobs. And it doesn't make him wrong. It doesn't make him bad or anything of that nature. And like I said, I think at a subconscious level, when you grow up all your life poor, you just get comfortable with it. And it's your safety net. And you do everything at a subconscious level to sabotage the situation. And that's what I believe at a subconscious level my ex-husband did. And I knew I couldn't go back to that any longer. And I chose to get a divorce, okay, because it was really getting to the point my health was being affected. Obviously, my finances was being majorly affected, and we lost everything, everything, all the houses, the money, etc. And I really truly had to do, once again, get rid of the bad karma, get rid of the negative energy that was surrounding me. So I released and let it all go because it was truly nothing of value. And I knew, knowing better now, you do better. Okay? When you know better, you do better. Thanks, Maya Angelou. My angel. Look, that's my angel, Maya Angelou. What a wise woman she was and is. Her spirit speaks to me every single day. I love you. Mwah. Send light and love to Maya. So that's what I want you to fully understand, ladies and gentlemen, how to get rid of bad karma. Okay, knowing all that happened, how am I reversing all that negativity that has happened as far as money is concerned? Well, it's real simple. I'm becoming spiritually enlightened in regards to money. Now, knowing what I know, I'm very conscientious is that when I'm doing the money game, I work with unadulterated morals, values, and ethics when it comes to money, just when it comes to life in general. And the other thing that I do enormously, because I really do understand the power of acquiring, is some people call it tithing, give, give, give. And some people use tithing as money to a church. I don't believe in that. I believe you can tithe any way you want to. The first charity, we say, what's that saying? It goes, charity begins at home. And I want everybody to get that. Okay, charity begins at home. Make sure that you are taking care of your foundation, of your home, of the people within your surroundings before you give to the church and things of that nature, your family members. So I choose to personally, especially when I did my homeless stint, I choose personally to give to homeless people. Now, I can't write it off on my taxes and join these organizations. Unfortunately, a lot of times there's a lot of corruption in these organizations that are in effect. It never gets to the homeless people. It gets to the people that are running the homeless centers or the homeless organizations first and foremost. They get paid first and foremost. That's another conversation. So I do it directly. I see a homeless person, 5, 10, 20, 50, and I don't keep count because I know what? The universe always keeps count. So I make sure that I'm giving giving, 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 giving to a fault. Yes, I give more than I receive to make up for all of the bad karma that I have created in every aspect of my life. And this is one expression of it. So, like I said, you cannot necessarily exonerate yourself from paying those karmic dues, but what you can do is you can minimize the effectiveness of the karmic experience that you are due by becoming spiritually enlightened. So for the rest of my life, every day, and this is what I do every day by giving to you and blessing you with information that allow you to help become enlightened. Because I'm doing that. What am I doing? I'm basing peeling away that onion of all that negativity that's been in my life until I get until I get at the very core of pure, unadulterated, unconditional love and kindness and joy and peace and happiness and bliss that we already are, in abundance that we already live in. How do I know that it's work? Well, quite frankly, because the abundance keeps coming in, the love keeps coming in, the joy keeps coming in. You know, I cannot think of a time that I've ever been unhappy or, you know, major catastrophes or things of that nature that are happening. Yep. No illnesses, let me rephrase that. This is what I'm talking about. You know, you get the secret to life. It's not like cancer has happened, even to myself. Haven't had cancer, haven't had lupus. You know, like I said, haven't had millions of dollars, just a lot of things, relationship wise. But two marriages and two divorces and things of that nature. But I got the key, I got the secret from my soulmate. And I'm waiting. I've been waiting for, let me see, we're going to 11 years. 12 years, 11 years now. So you got to understand, see, that's what I'm doing. I'm learning how to love better. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not in a relationship right now, is because karma, the universe, probably my past lifetime, I didn't appreciate and I didn't honor and I didn't respect love. So I got to work a little harder to get my love soulmate, full circle experience and have it come full circle. So celibacy and, singlehood is my experience to grow back into the place of honoring, loving, and respecting a soulmate relationship, because in a previous lifetime, or maybe in the most recent present lifetime, I haven't honored and I haven't respected it. And the excuse is, I'm reading a book right now with the gentleman on the first chapter is, you don't know what love is. Okay, you don't know love. That's what it is. You don't know love. And a lot of us don't know love. We've only know conditional love. But once again, in essence, we do know love because why? Our first existence, karmic reality into this lifetime has us knowing and honoring, and our natural core essence is love. Just because you forgot, that's still not an excuse. So the universe gives us life lessons in order to learn how to become spiritually enlightened. Enlightened means what? To lighten up, lighten up, feel carefree and lucky, and to stay at the high vibrational frequency of love. And when we become full circle back to our original godly, God and God itself, we'll have that enlightened experience. So every single day, I do the work. I do the prayers. I do the meditation. I do the yoga. I do the visualization, the chanting, the breathing, the eating right. All the things, the meditations. I can't stress that. And then you just take it and do it at a higher level. You just keep on doing it, and then what I'm doing right now, like I'm doing with you provide other people with the information so that they can heal itself. So it's cyclical. So it keeps flowing and it keeps going and it keeps circling round and round and round and round and round until we're in complete bliss. We're in a complete light and we're in complete love. Can the whole world be just love and light and joy and happiness? You call it heaven right here on earth? Absolutely. When we all conspire together and make that decision that we're going to live a happy, abundant, peaceful, awesome, successful life. Ta-da! So, the moral of the story is every single day, do the work, 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 do the work. Practice, practice, practice can make perfect. But just be on purpose with that reality and with that truth. And you will heal all the bad karma that's coming into your life. And when you transition, stay in light and stay in love. And hopefully you get to the point where you don't have to return to this wonderful school called life. You just poof, stay in peace and stay in love. Life is just absolutely wonderful. So I'm wishing each and every one of you to make the decision to correct everything that's going on in your life. Just correct your relationships, with with your family, friends, loved ones, business partnerships, and associates. And remember, it's not so much that you do it directly with them. That's not important. What is important is that you do it in the spiritual realm, that you do it in your prayers, that you do it in your meditations, that you speak to them. You speak like you speak to God. Same thing. They're angels now. They're ancestors right now. Now you can have a really more close, authentic relationship because they don't have any ego getting in the way of it and the like. So you can do major, major healing that way. Sometimes it's not going to happen in this lifetime. Sometimes it's in the next lifetime, etc. But you can get the work done now by continuing to do the work on a daily basis. And you build up all that wonderful good karma. That's what you're doing. You're just building up the good karma where the good karma will outweigh the bad karma and make it almost insignificant. That's the goal. And that's the dream. So, I am so excited for you. You got it? Good. Get it? Like, comment. Do you have bad karma that you need to work on? Do you even agree with what I'm even sharing with you as far as this information is concerned? Do me a favor, comment and give me your inside scoop. What karma are you working on today? And what things have you done to basically minimize your bad karma? Because we all got it, even the best of us. I gotta share this one thing with you. It just not came to light. I know Spirit is always talking to me. I want to talk about the Kennedys for a second. The Kennedy curse. If you think about it, the Kennedys have had some real major drama in their lives. For example, just going with the fact of the assassination of John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy. And I think one brother was killed in a plane crash. And then you had, my God, you talk about karma. Then you had John F. Kennedy Jr. with his wife dying in a plane crash. You had Ed Kennedy dying of a brain cancer tumor. Just a lot of trauma, a lot of catastrophes that family experienced. Now think about this. What was Dad's, I think his name is Joe Kennedy. He was what? Alcohol, which is a drug dealer basically in a nutshell. And he did it illegally. I forgot what it's called with alcohol, where he was selling alcohol illegally for a very, very long time. And that's how he developed his fortune. Now think about alcohol, selling it illegally. Think about all the people that became alcoholics and their lives became ruined. You see, karma comes around. Once again, you can get over on people. You can get over on but you can't get over on the universe. So that's a prime example of how that negative karma, and I'm hoping that the rest of the family has gotten wind of it and is doing the work. Because as long as you keep denying it and saying it's not me, it's not that, it's not our fault, and it's just a coincidence or bad circumstances that just happen to people, it happens to everybody, No, it does not happen to everybody. So hopefully they got the blessing in the lesson, and they're working on doing a whole lot more good karma than bad karma to make this world a better way of life and living. I mean, I just have thought about Edward Kennedy, Ed Kennedy. I think about Chapwick. I think that was her name, where he was having an affair with a woman while he was married. They got into a car accident and she drowned. And he was able to, quote unquote, get away with it. But later on, he suffered a brain tumor and left this earth earlier than when I'm sure he cared to do so. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you can't necessarily get rid of your bad karma, because everybody's got to pay their dues, but you can minimize the karmic experience by focusing on putting all that good karma out there. And that's what I'm in a mission of doing. Just good karma, good karma, good karma, good karma, good karma. And really focus on being the angel that I was born to be. And I suggest you do the same thing too. Okay, sorry about that. Take two. Listen, like, comment, and subscribe. I love each and every single one of you. Let's end with our minute meditation. This is really good and healing for me, and I know it was healing for you too. Because if I feel good, I know you feel good too. And the word good is what? God. Keep that at the forefront of your mind. Dear Heavenly Spirit, divine, gracious Mother, Father God, thank you for this wonderful healing session as we all focus on healing our negative karma and shift and change. And let's be remembered that if any so-called bad experience happens to us, because it's never bad, it's just an experience, that we honor it, we accept it, and we transform it and come with peace, light, and love. There's no victim here. We are powerful beings having powerful experiences in this world. And as I wish this healing for myself, I wish it for everybody in the whole entire world. I wish you love, peace, happiness, and joy, and much abundance to come into your life. Amen. Ashe. Peace. Namaste. Hetapu.